Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today in this video we are going to see how we can create a Amazon clone design using HTML and CSS. And before starting the video, let's see the demo. So as you can see on my screen, this is the Amazon clone which we are going to do, and in this you can see we have a header, and then we have navigation bar, and also the image slider we have, and after that we have this product cards. In general, in Amazon, we don't see product cards directly on the home page, but we are going to do only single page. So that's why I have added product cards on the home page. And if I try to scroll down, and you can see the other products also we have, and also you can see we are showing the rating, price, and what is the MRP, actual MRP, and the offers. And in the bottom, we can see we have a back to top button and also the footer. Okay, if I click on back to top, it will take us to the top screen. Okay, so this is the Amazon clone which we are going to do in today's video. So if you are new here, please consider subscribing so you won't miss any future content. Now let's jump into the video. Yes, so you can see in my CSS project, I have created one folder called Amazon clone, and in that you can see one CSS file and HTML file, also assets folder. Okay, so assets folder is something like you can keep any kind of images, videos, and all. You can keep it inside that. Okay, so if I open this, you can see all the images which are required for the Amazon clone are there, and one more txt file I have. This is something like I have written all the whatever names and prices and all for the product. That's why I have this one. But you can see we have starting first four images for the image slider, and then we have a flag, Amazon logo, and also the product cards. Okay, so what exactly like how you can get these images as well? Either you can go to the website and download the images from there, or if you want the same images, right, or if you want to see the project after I have finished this, what you can do is I will provide a link in the description. This is the GitHub page, okay, for iCube Playground. So here you can see all the videos till now uploaded, whatever I have done during the video. Those files will be available in this Git. Okay, so if you want to check out, the link will be there in description, so you can check it out there. So you can see all sort of folders we have, like HTML, CSS, CSS projects, then JavaScript as well is there, and JavaScript project as well there. Okay, so if you go inside that, you will see the other folders, and instead, like inside that, if you go, all the files you will get. Okay, so let's suppose dark and light mode. If you go inside, you will see all the files related to that project will be there. Okay, so I'll be providing this link so you can check that out. And today's video, whatever I will do in the Amazon cloud, that will also be uploaded to the Git. So if you want to get the code and you will try to run in your system, and then you can build it, that also possible. So you can do it from the Git. Okay, so let's open this into VS Code. I already opened here, and you can see these are the files, asset files, and the HTML and CSS. Okay, so here we have it, and let's open into live server. And right now we can't see anything, but let's understand how exactly we have to design this. Okay, so you see, this is the header. Okay, this is the header. First thing, we have to build header. Okay, but you see, what we have to do is we have to divide all of the content into some divs, and we have to divide again into sub div. That's how we are going to get exactly this particular header. Okay, so suppose now the first section, okay, the logo and the location one. Okay, so suppose that is one div, and then the search bar is second div, and the remaining content is a third div. Okay, so now what we have to do is we have to create a header div, and inside the three divs, okay, which is having each section. Okay, section 1 and section 2 and section 3. Okay, so this is how you have to do. So if I want to show you as well how it will be, let me open this Excalibur. Yes, so this is the header we'll have, and this header, what we are going to do is we are going to have three sections. Okay, so suppose this is the first section we'll have, and then second section, and then we'll have lastly third sections. Okay, so once these three sections are done, what we have to do is we have to divide the header again into subsection, which is in the first section you can see we'll have a Amazon logo and the location. Okay, so that way it will be there. So logo, and then we'll have the location, and then here we'll have directly the whole search bar, and in the last, if you see here, we have four sections, okay, four subsections. First is the language, second is the sign in we are saying to do, and then return and orders, and lastly we have the cart, okay. So those four items will be going to come like this here, okay. So based on this layout, we have to design it. First, we have to have the HTML structure ready. Then we can do the CSS. Okay, and this will be very detailed video because here what is the goal is the goal is to learn CSS. Okay, and how to do the HTML structure. That is the goal. Okay. So that's why it will be very long video if you see, but it will be very helpful. I can say. Okay. So let's jump into the HTML now. Yes. So now on my screen you can see here we have the first div ready. Okay. So this is the first div which we are saying header container. If I go back to the browser, you see this is the first div we have done that. And then second, what we have to do inside that, as we know, the three sections we are saying that we have to create. Okay. So if I just expand this, you can see there are these three sections. Okay. The section 1, section 2, and section 3. Okay. And what we are saying for the section 1 is header logo, and then we have header search, and lastly we have header details. Okay, so three sections are done. Now what we have to do is we have to add the subsections in it. So for the subsections, we have to see first thing. Let's go for the logo. Okay, the section 1. So as we know, in the section 1 we have logo and the location one. Okay. So first thing what we'll do is if I expand this, you will see two divs. Okay. So two sub divs we have. First is saying we are saying that header image container. Okay, because it will going to contain the our Amazon logo image. Okay, so that will be inside this, and then we have the header location. Okay, so what it will going to contain is there are we have to see how exactly this second section will going to be here. Okay, second subsection, because image, so you will directly create image tag, but how do you manage this? Because one icon is there, then you have a text above and the bottom. Okay, so you have to manage in such a way that I'll show you. So here suppose this is the subsection, okay, from this. Okay, so let me say here to here. Okay, so what you have to do is this is the div, and inside this there are two divs you have to create. One is this like this, and one is this way. Okay, because in first div you are going to have the icon and you have to make it display flex so that this both divs come side by side. Okay, or else it will be like on top, first it will come and then in the bottom the second div will going to come. But what we have to do is we have to do flex so that it will come side by side, and here you will have the icon, whatever icon you want to have it, you can have it here. And then here you create two span tags. Okay, one is above, and using the break you can just break it and it will come into the second as well. So this is how the second section is. You see, firstly icon is there, and then the second div we are saying, and that we will have delivered to Hyderabad, and then update location in the bottom. Okay, so this is how the structure will be. Okay, so let's see if we have the same structure here in the code. Okay, so if I open the logo one, it will directly show you the like this one image tag, and the second one, if I open this, you'll see two divs. Okay, as I said, two divs will be there inside that. First is to contain logo, and second is to contain the text in it. Okay, so in this we have two divs. First is logo, so let's expand it, and you can see here we have map marker. Okay, so this is the icon we have first, and then we have the second div. If I open this, you'll see one span tag is there, one b tag is there. Okay, if I want, I can just do break and it will come into the second line. There is nothing inside that, but you see this is the structure. Okay, this is how we'll do the structure. Okay, so this is about the section 1. Okay, so let's go to the section 2. So let me expand the section 2, and you see here we have three divs. Okay, so let's see why we have three divs inside this. So let me go here, and you see this is the search bar. Okay, this is the search bar, and this is the section 2. And here you see firstly we have this all. Okay, so select all, something like that. This is the first div, and input tag is the second div, and the search button is the third one. Okay, so third one in this is like what do we say, to search it, whatever we write it in the Amazon input box, that we can search it. So three different divs we have. Okay, so let's understand here as well. So we have this second section. Inside that we have three divs. Okay, one is this one, which will contain the all, okay, all button or all selector, and then we'll have the input text box like this way, and lastly we'll have at the end is the search bar, okay, search one. So it will be like this. So that's why we have created three divs inside the section 2, okay, and each will contain respective details. So let's see. So you see section 1, which we are saying header section selection, okay. So here I said span all and the caret symbol, okay, because caret icon we need to have it. If you see here, we have this icon here, okay. So this caret icon we have to provide it. Then if we go to the second one, second subdiv, this one which is header search text box, you can see a input box inside that, okay. And then the lastly, okay, last div what we'll have is only a icon which is search icon, okay. You see here FA search, okay. And if you are wondering how I am getting this icons and all and from where I am getting is, what you have to do is you have to come to one link. I'll just give it to you guys in the description as well. It is coming from the font awesome version 4, okay, because version 4 is free, and from here I am getting the icons, okay. If I do search, you can see search icon is there, and from here we can get it. And also we need to have one link here, okay, so that I'll just add it, and also I'll provide into the description. It is nothing but like a font awesome style sheet, okay, that we have to provide it. I didn't added this one, but I'll add it and I'll give it to you, okay. So this is the second section we have, which is header search, okay. So let's come to the third section. This is the very important, because you see in third section we have lot of data, okay, lot of things we have. Well, firstly we have this map, and then en like flag, Indian flag, and en English language, and then we have this content and this, okay. So this we have to understand like a bit more, okay. So let's say this is the fourth one, and if I open this, you will see there are four divs, okay, because I have divided into four sections, okay. So section 1, subsection 1, subsection 2, subsection 3, subsection 4, okay. So this way we have it. Now let's go back and let's see first what we have is header language, okay. So here what I am doing is I have only one image, and span in that I have written en, that's it, nothing else, okay. Only two, because we have only two side by side, so we have to directly use that, okay. And let's go to the second one, second section. You see we have hello sign in, okay. If you see here what we are saying here, hello sign in, then account and list, okay. So that's how it is. So for that what I have did is, for span tag I have given hello sign in, but I am breaking it, I am giving to second line as a b tag, which is a bold tag, and saying it as account and list, and then the icon, okay. This caret icon need to be there, because in here we have the caret icon in the bottom, okay, account and list. Beside that we have the caret icon, so that's why I have given like this. So this is the second sub div in that. And third one, if I go, it will have the same thing, okay. We are doing the same thing, because first line we have something which is a smaller one, and in the bottom we have a little bigger one. So that's why I have a span calling it as returns, and then I have a b tag and it's calling and orders, and we have a break statement here, okay. And the last one we have is span tag, where we are saying the count of the products, okay. So whatever you add into the cart, it will go to the cart only, right? So here it will show the increment, but here we are not doing any javascript, so it will be just design. So I am saying span as 0 and breaking it, and I am giving a shopping cart, okay, shopping cart icon here, okay. So you can see the last we have like this. So this is the HTML structure, the whole HTML structure. This is how we have to do it, okay. Now what we have to do is, if I go here, you see some of the images are not loading. I'll just check and do that. But you see this is how the content look like, okay, once you add all the HTML. Now what we have to do is we have to make sure we have to use CSS, and we have to make sure that it matches to the header what we have it here, okay. So if you go to actual Amazon website, you will see the same thing, okay. So let me open here. Now you see, just that the logo is a little different. We have in the demo as directly Amazon, not .in, but you see here this will look like this, okay. So the cart icon is also different, because they use their own icons, okay, that we can't find it in the free versions, okay. So that's why I am using something different here. You can see cart icon is there, and above we have a zero number. Okay, so that's it. But the other things you can see, it's mostly similar to what we have in the actual Amazon website. Okay, so that's how the HTML structure we have did. Now let's see how we can apply the CSS and make it like this. Okay. Yes. So now let's start the CSS. So before that, you can see I have linked the CSS file to my HTML file, and as well as I have added this style sheet for the icon. Okay, font awesome 4.7, that CSS file I have added here because it should be there in order to get the icons. Okay, if you don't have this one, you can't get the icon. So this href, okay, this href I'll provide into the description, so you can just copy and paste it here in the href, here in the style sheet, and I'll provide the link for the icons as well, so you can find the icons and use that. Okay, so yeah, that's it from there. And now let's start the CSS. First thing, we know that what we have to do, universally we have to remove the padding and margin. The reason is simple. We want to remove the by default margin and padding or spacing from a elements. Okay, whatever element it will be, we have to remove it universally. Okay, so let's do that. Margin 0 and padding 0. Okay, and then we have the box sizing border box. What it will do, box sizing border box, simply make sure that once you apply padding or margin, it should come from the four sides. Okay, basically what will happen generally is, once you apply padding and margin, let's suppose padding 20 pixel, it will going to apply from top and left side, not from the bottom and right side. Okay, so it will prevent, like it will make sure that it's applied all four sides. Okay, that's why we are doing universally. Okay, basically universally we are doing it. Now last next what we have is, we have the container. Okay, header container. So for this, what we have to do is, we have to apply the CSS. Okay, let's see in the first here how it will looking. It's looking like this. This is the logo and this is the all the content. Here you can see image. I have made it like very small, the flag. Okay, I have applied some width here, with 20 pixel, because I don't want it to be like come into the way and disturb the CSS, because it will do, because this is a very big image, and if I start doing the CSS, it will break the UI. Okay, so that's why I'm just applying width 20 pixel, and later on when we come to the section 3, we'll change the CSS. Okay, that's how it will be. So let's do it for now. Container, we need the background color. So we need the background color, but we don't have it. Okay, suppose like if you have a website, what you can do is, you can inspect and get the color. But most of the time, if you have an image and you want to get a color from there, okay, how you will get it? So basically, I have a tool called Pickit, and there you can go and you can upload the image, or paste the URL of it, or paste the screenshot. Okay, let's do the screenshot one once. The other one you can do the similar way, but just that the things will be different. So if I take in this screenshot here, and if I paste it in the screenshot one, it will give us this image, and it will have a color picker. Okay, so on this image you can pick the color with this tool. Okay, so if I click here, color picker, and now you see I want this header color, so I'll just do here this way, and I got the color. Okay, so let's copy this color, and let's go back here, and VS Code, we have to apply this background color. Okay, now if I go back, now you see the entire color is applied here. Okay, so this tool is very helpful. So I'll going to give the link for this as well in the description, so you can use it throughout your designing things and all that. You can, that time you can use it. Now we have applied the background color. Okay, now what we want is, all the sections we want in a row. Okay, for that what we can do is, we can apply display flex. Okay, so let's do that. Display flex, save it. Now you see we got all the items. Now what I need is, I want to align it properly, because you see it's not aligned properly. Okay, I want to align center. Okay, so for that what we can do is, enter align center I can do, and you see all the items are aligned center. And now I need some gap between them, so I can apply gap as 10 pixel, so you'll get a gap here. Okay, and then I think lastly we'll have only one thing, color we have to apply, FFF. Okay, or you can do white as well, it's up to you, but I'll prefer the hex code mostly. Okay, Now you see we got the all the items here. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to go for the section one, which is the logo one. Okay, let's do that. So I'll just copy the class name, and for here as well, for the logo or the section one, we want it to be a row. Okay, so everything we have a row only, so we have to apply the display flex again here, and I'll do align item center. Okay, because or else it will not be in center, it will be on top. Okay, but I will need in a center. Okay, now you see we have all the things here, but let's change the width of the logo. Okay, for that I'll copy this header image container class and target the img tag. Okay, from the CSS. So let's do that, and I'll say width as 120 pixel, and it should, yeah. So now you see if I zoom in, it will be like this. Okay, and for this here, right, logo header logo, the section one, I need to have a 20 pixel gap because the gap is nothing earlier, now it's there. Now you see why I have zoomed in is I want to show you this thing. Okay, so this is the Amazon logo, and this is the screenshot. Okay, this is a screenshot from the actual one, but not actual one, somewhere else I have taken a screenshot and I have pasted it here, like downloaded it, that one. But you see the color of this, the image color is black, the background color is something different, but I don't want the black color to be there. Okay, because I want that color to be removed. So now what I can do, either I can go to some website and try to remove the background or Photoshop it, but instead of that what we can do is we can use one property from CSS, which is mix blend mode. Okay, so what it will going to do is if it's a white color or black color, based on what you have in the background, it will try to remove it. Okay, so let's do how it will going to work. So what I'll do is for image I'll going to apply that. So I'll say here mix blend mode this way, and I'll say difference here. Okay, and if I save it, now you see the color is gone. Okay, so this is how you can use the mix blend mode property. This is a new property, I know, but if you start trying it out and all, right, that will going to work. If suppose you are applying on some colored one, okay, color image is there, sometime it will not going to work. Okay, only few time it will going to work, because right now you see the black color were there and background color is like mostly like a little more black only. That's why this property I didn't like difference property here inside this, then it applied. Okay, if I do lighten, then also it will provide. There are many properties you can go through. Okay, you see it's applied, and if you see color is there, color burn is there. Okay, if I do this, now you see it's changing the image thing. Okay, so color whatever text is there, it's gone. Okay, so similar thing, you will have the other properties which you can use. Suppose if multiply, it will going to do the same thing, but what we need right now is difference. Okay, we have to remove the background. Okay, so you have to go through all the properties. Okay, each like what it will going to be set to your image and all, then you will going to know that. Okay, but right now we got the background remove, the black background for the logo. Okay, so let's go to the actual sizing, and you see we have the logo ready, and let's go to the location one. Let's set the location thing. So as we know that in the structure also we saw, we need to have this icon first, and then beside that the whole text. Okay, and also we might require break here after this span, so let's apply that and it will be broken. Now you see this is how it will be, just that we have to set it side by side. Okay, so for that what I will do is I'll copy this class name, which is header location detail, and I'll apply flex. That's it. Okay, so flex is very important if you want to learn, right? We have already videos ready in this channel. You can go and check that out, and I'll do align item center here, flex and align item center, and yeah, it should be loaded. I think we might, okay, I'm using the wrong class. It should be this one, because you see this is the section 2, subsection 2. Okay, I'm applying on a wrong one. Now it should be, yeah, now you see it's properly coming here. We need some gap, let's say 10 pixel. Now you see we got the gap. If I zoom in and show you guys, here you see earlier the gap is not there. If I just remove it, you see it's looking like this, but let's have a gap, so it will have something like this. Okay, and now what I'll do is I'll just apply some width and height for all of them, like font size I can say mostly, and it will be good. Okay, so let's target the icon from this class name, which is I, and I'll say font size, let's say 28 pixel for now. I'll just have 0 like normal one, and it's almost same. Let's do 38 and see. It's very big. Let's say 30 only, and now I think it's fine. And then what I have to do is I have to just increase the size of this update location. Okay, so for that I'll just copy this particular class name, which is Hyderabad header location details. Okay, and target the span tag, and same thing I'll copy here and target the b tag as well, because we want the some different width and height for that. Okay, like font size I can say. So font size 12, and for this font size let's say 14 for now. We'll update it. Okay, if it's not matching it properly, we'll update that. Okay, now you see it's a little bit different. I think we have to increase by 2 here, both sides. So to 14 and 16, and let's refresh, and now I think it's properly here. The one thing I want to apply is the font family as well. Let's say font family as sans serif for now. Yes, now you see it's coming here properly. Now this is the section 1 done. Okay, now what we have to do is the section 2 we have to do, which is the search bar. And you see what we have to do is simple. Okay, first we have to target the first div and apply this particular color, which is gray color, and then set the whole text box, and then go for the last one, which is the search one. Say there also we have to just apply the color. That's it, nothing else we have to do. So let's go to that one. Yes. So let's copy the header search class, which is this one, and let's make this as well in a row. So I'll do display flex here, and I'll do align item center. So it will be in, yeah, you can see here, it will looking like this. And now I'll target the this all one, which is the subsection from the section 2, and I'll apply the coloring there. Okay. So here let's say width as 50 pixel and height as 40 pixel. Okay, and background I need background color, but I don't know the background color, so I'll just copy this one and go to this application or tool and paste it this, and I can get the color very easily, and I'll just paste it here. Okay, now if I go to here, I can see it's applied. The only thing is all is there, we have to change the color to black color, which is hash 000. Now you see it's coming like this, and now you see it's on top. Okay, we need to make it center. We can make it center with display flex, and it should be applied on a parent. Okay, and we are targeting currently on parent, so we can make this particular thing center. Okay, so I'll say display flex and justify content center, and also align item as center. Okay, now you see it's centered properly, and you see we need some gap between all and the caret symbol, down caret. Okay, so I'll say gap 10 pixel. Let's apply for now. No, it's very much, so let's say 5 pixel, it's good. Okay, and let's say font weight, okay, 600, because some little bold, or let's not have that. So this is how it is. And now what we have to do is you see these corners. Okay, on the left side, both the left corners we have curved here. Okay, you see curved here, but here we don't have something like that. So let's do that. We can do that using border radius. And you know that the first one, like we have the four things in that. Okay, so either you do all sides or you do separate one. So we'll do separate one. The first top left corner we want, so let's say 5 pixel, and then top right corner we don't want anything, to 0. So bottom right corner we don't want, so 0, and bottom left corner we can have it 5 pixel. Okay, now if I go back, you can see it's curved here. Okay, so this is the top left, top right we set 0, bottom right we set 0, but bottom left we set 5 pixels, so that's why it curved here only. Okay, so I think we got the all button, and let's do the other one, which is the search, and then we'll go to the search icon. Okay, so let me target the text box, and using the text box I'll target the input box. Okay, so which is input text box, and let's say height first 40 pixel, and width I'll say 100%. Okay, now you see it's looking like this. And I think yes, this is what it is we have here, but we have to remove few border and outlines here. So I'll say border none, because generally I don't use the border and outline, so that's why I'm making it none. But if you want to try it out, you can go ahead and try it out. Okay, so this is how it's looking, and you see it's coming towards the left side. I just need to move it. Okay, so inside this you see it's moved here. Okay, so let's say padding left we can do, and let's say 15 pixels, so it moved little bit. Let's do 20 directly, so it's properly moved here. Yep. Okay, and I'll say font size will be 16 pixel as well, so you can see it's coming properly. So this is the input text box. We will have to make it big, that will be later part, because we have the section 3 also, we have to set it. Once that's set, we have to do that. Okay, but now let's do the search one, how we can do the search one. Okay, so before that I'll try to get the color of the search one here, and I'll just refresh and provide this, and I can get the color very easily. And let's have it here for now. I'll just comment on here, and let me copy the last subclass from the section 2, which is header search icon, where we'll have only search icon. Okay, and let's apply it here. So what we need to do is, I need width as 50 pixel and height as 40 pixel. Okay, and you see height I am applying in everywhere 40 only, because I need to match the height. Okay, that's why I'm applying height as 40 in the section 2 only I'm talking about. Okay, because you see these three divs will be attached properly to the text box, that's why I'm taking proper height. Okay, but in the section 1 and section 3 it doesn't require. Okay, but here we need to have that. Okay, so let's save this, and we are not getting anything because we need to apply the background here. Background will be this color, which we just taken from the tool. Okay, let's apply that, and you can see this is how it's looking. And now what we have to do is, we have to make the color as black, so it will be like this, and we need to make it center as well. Okay, so I'll do display flex, justify content center, and align item as center. Okay, so these three properties we have to apply it. Okay, so now you see it made it center. Now let's increase the font size to 24 pixel, so we can see that properly. Now you see we got it, and you see how we have did for the all one, left side one we curved it, right? Here we need to curve it the right side one. Okay, because if you see here as well, here it's curved. Okay, so that's how we have to do. So let's apply the border radius, and the first one will be the top left corner, which is 0, we don't want. Top right we want, so 5 pixel. Bottom right also we want, so 5 pixel. And then the left, bottom left, which we don't want, is 0. Okay, so now let's go back, and now you see we have our small, but it will going to work. Okay, but it's properly set. You see the CSS are exactly matching with this. Okay, so but we have to make it big, that is the later part which we're going to do, but the smaller version of the search box is ready. Okay, now we have to jump into the third section, which is the this lastly, like language, sign in and return in order, and the cart one. Okay, yes, so let's do the last section, which we have the third section. So what I'll do is, let me just minimize this and open this one here, and let's me copy this particular class name, which is the section 3. I know there are a lot of things inside it, but you see this is how the structures will be in future. Okay, I'm assuming that you are already completed your HTML and the CSS training, and you are watching this to improve your trainings. Okay, because it's not like very simple things will going to design it. Okay, there are very complex things will going to have it in the future. Okay, future, because lot of divs will be there, so you have to start learning how exactly you can manage that HTML structure, so that you can have a good design. Okay, so let's copy this class name and let's apply it here. So as you know, you can see it's coming in a column, I just need in a row, so I can just apply display flex here, and now you see we are good here. And now what I can do here is, I'll take align item as center, and I'll give gap as 10 pixel. Okay, so let's say, yeah, only 10 pixel is fine. So now you see we are getting in a column, sorry, row wise now, but we have to set all the things. But before that, I want to apply some padding for the header one. Okay, so let me go to the container header container, and I'll say padding, let's say 10 pixel, and you see we got the padding here. Okay, and now it's looking very good only, but we have to set all the things which we have it here. Okay, so let's target the language one first. Okay, so for that header language, I'll do copy it, and here let's paste it, and I'll do just display flex. Okay, you see it's coming like this, and align item as center I'll do. Let me take border 1 pixel solid white for now to see how exactly it's looking. You see it's looking like this, but we need to have width properly. Let's say 70 pixel width I'm going to take. So it will looking like this right now. What I need to do is I need to make it center as well. Okay, so for that, what we already have two CSS, right? Flex and align item center. If I do justify content, it will make it center. Okay, so you see we got it center, and let's remove this one. But you see we need some gap as well in between that, so let's apply gap as 10 pixel for now. Now it's very big, so let's say 5 pixel. Yep, this is fine. Now I just want to remove the image width. Okay, so this is how the image width I have applied it. I'll just remove it, so it will show you actual size of the image. Okay, but we have to target to this image using this class name and change the width of it. You can do from the HTML tag itself, but I prefer doing this way. Okay, so first span will be there, and for this img, and I'll say width as 25 pixel only, and you see it's coming properly. But span, I need to change the font size to 14 pixel, so it will look like this. Okay, so we got the subsection from the section 3 is done. Now it's time to the section subsection 2, which is already set. Okay, you see it's already set, just that we have to change the font size. That's the only thing. This and this, only two things we have to set. Okay, because all of them are fixed, right? You see we have top and bottom, top and bottom. This is the same thing we have it here. Okay, what is there to set it? There is nothing. Okay, just that we have to take care of the font size. Okay, so let's copy this header sign in, which is the sign in one, and I'll target the span tag, and same class name I'll target the b tag. Okay, so as span tag is the first one, so I'll say font one as 12 pixel. Let's go back, and you see this one, and for bold tag I'll say font size as 14 pixel, and which will look like this. Okay, so it's similar. And for the as we know, like orders, okay, header orders, we have the same thing, span and the b tag. So I'll just copy the class name and I'll apply to the same CSS what I did for this one. Okay, so I'll say just comma and then enter and do this, and span from there, and same thing here, comma, enter, and b tag. Okay, I want like b tags are the same in this, right? Both divs, and I want to apply only font for font size is 14. So instead of writing twice, I'm writing it as once. Okay, by applying comma in between. Okay, so that's how this is got it. And now the lastly we have this cart one. Okay, where I just what we can do is we can just increase the size of the icon, and that we are good to go. Okay, so I'll say I, and font size, let's say 28 pixel. Let's see how it's looking. Yes, it's looking properly. Just that 0, we have it in center. Okay, so that we can do. I think we can copy this class name and we can do text align center. Hope it will work. Yep, it's working now. And now you see the section 3 is done. Okay, now what the last thing, okay, last thing here we have is we need to make this whole text box bigger. Okay, so what exactly you can do is you can have a particular width, like width as 600 pixel or something like that. But how I wanted is I want whatever remaining width I have to be applied to this text box. Okay, that's how I want. So we have a property called flex1, or flex, only flex. Okay, not display flex, it's flex. Okay, so that we can apply. What it will going to do is whatever remaining width is there in that particular row will be applied to this one if I do that. Okay, so let's do that. So what I'll do is for section 2, which is the header search, for that I'll going to apply it. Okay, so here is the header search, and I'll say flex 1, and it should work. Okay, it's giving the whole thing to this one, so I don't think so we have to do for this one. Let's do for text box, I guess, or let's do for this. Let's see, it will going to, no, it's not going to do that. So we have to try it out, like where exactly it will going to apply. Okay, but it will going to apply. Okay, that's for sure. So yes, I think we have to do width as 100% here for the text box and then apply it here. Let's see if it work. Yep, now it's working. I just did one thing. Okay, I'll just show you again what I did here. So you see, input text box we have targeted and we are saying width as 100%. Okay, but input we are saying, but for this particular div we are not saying it, right? Width as 100%. What? So we have to do that first. Okay, so let's do here width as 100%. So it will say yes, whatever width is coming I'll going to take, it will going to say that. And for the search I'll going to say flex 1. Okay, so it will going to take the whatever remaining width is there and it will going to provide this particular search bar. Okay, so now you see we got our header done. Okay, so we have the section 1, we have the search bar, and we have the section 3. And only one thing, again we have one thing, whenever you hover over it, you see the outline is coming. Okay, that we have to give it. That's a simple one. We can do it in one go. So I'll do one thing here. Let's do it for logo first, and I'll just call like use the same CSS for everyone. Okay, so this is the logo. I'll take and img, and whenever it's hovering it, I'll say outline to be 1 pixel solid white color. Okay, and border radius to be 4 pixel or something. Let's go and let's hover over it. Now you see we are getting this particular thing, and let's do it 3 pixel instead of this. And I'll say cursor as pointer as well. Whenever I do this, cursor should be changed to this one. Okay, now we have to apply to all the divs. Okay, which is like section 1 and the section 3, not from the section 2. Okay, so now let's do that as well. So header location is the second one. So I'll just do comma here because I just need to reuse the CSS. Okay, I don't want to apply it multiple times. Okay, now it's coming like this. We have to have some padding in this, which is header location. Let's apply to that. Let's go there and apply here. Okay, so padding as 5 pixel. Now if I do, now you see it's coming properly. Now same thing for the other ones. So I'll just close this, open this up, and header language is the first one. So let's go here and comma and add it on hover. Okay, so let's hover over it, and you see it's coming like this. I don't think so it's this way. You see it's like this. Okay, so let's go to where we have header language here, and let's apply padding as 5 pixel, and it should fix it. Let's see. No, it's not fixing it, so we can either give height to that. So let me say height, let's say 40 pixel. Okay, let's increase it to 70 only. So no, it's 70 is breaking it. Okay, so this is fine, I guess. Yeah, now the other one which we have is the header sign in. Okay, header sign in also, let's do it. So I'll just add the padding first. Okay, here I don't think so we have padding because we are only using the span tag, not the actual tags here. So let's say padding 5 pixel, and same for the orders one because both are having same things. Okay, so that's why apply that one. And I think same class names I'll just copy and paste it here after comma, and I'll say instead of directly to this I'll say hover. Okay, so all hovers are there, and this is the one thing which will going to apply to them. Okay, and yeah, this should be orders. Yep, orders, not order. Now it will apply to that one as well. So here as well I need to change, yep, here orders. Now you see we are getting it properly. Okay, so this is how the header is done now. Okay, yes, so now it's time for the navigation bar. Let's try to do, like, let's see how we can do that. It's simple. Okay, we just need to have a list item, and for that list item we have to have all the names and we have to apply the CSS. Okay, that's it. And if I go to our application, we can see here all the list items are already there. I have added already those things, but let's see this how it will be. First we'll have a div which will contain the background color and all. Then we'll have a unordered list. Okay, UL. So for this we are going to apply flex, and inside that we can see all the list items, and for a few of the list items we have the icon as well inside that, you can see here, because for all and the prime one we have this icon. Okay, you see here, and the first, this is how it will be. And let's apply the CSS. What I will do is, let's target the nav bar one first and apply the background color. But again, I don't know the background color, right? Yep. So let's take a screenshot from here, and let's go to tool and color picker, got the color, and let's paste this color here. Okay, now I think we are getting the background color. Now let's see what is the color as well. Okay, it's not looking like white color. Yes, it's something like this. Okay, so let's apply the color as well to this. And yep, now you see all are done. Now what we need to do is, we need to apply we need to target ul. Okay, because we need to make it flex. So let's do flex, and you see it's looking like this. And now what I'll do is, align item center I'll do. Okay, it should be center, and you see here somewhere we are getting dots. Okay, here you see dot 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 and all. Okay, that we have to remove it. How we can remove? We can use list style none, and that should be it. And then I need some padding. Okay, so padding, suppose 10 pixel from top and bottom, and from left and right I need 5 pixel. Okay, so this is how it's looking now. Now what we have to do is, we need some space inside the list item. Okay, so what I'll do is, I'll target list item li. Okay, so li, and I'll say padding 5 pixel from top and bottom, and left and right I need 10 pixel. Okay, so this is how it's looking, but the font size is different, so let's say 14 pixel. And now you see we got our list items ready. Okay, so this is the simple CSS. Okay, so it's very similar whatever we have it, but on hover, if I hover over it, you see this color is coming again. Okay, so either we can create it one more here, or we can reuse the above hovers. Okay, so what I'll do is, this whole thing I'll take it down. Okay, because in the bottom only we'll have it, this one, and here I'll just copy this class name and add it to the list, and I'll say hover, and I think that's it. Yep, that's it. Okay, now you see our effect also we are getting. So this is the navigation, we got it. Yes, so now it's time for the image slider. Okay, so you can see here I have added all the images, okay, at one place. Now we have to make it a slider. Okay, so there is one video already we have for the image slider. If you want to check out that one, you can go and check out. But again, I am going to show it once again, so it will be very clear to you guys. So what I will do is, firstly, so we need to make a screen. Okay, first thing, the image slider will be screen, which will not going to move at all. But image container will going to have whatever images are there with respect to the that much length will going to have width, we can say. So right now, what exactly I am going to tell you is, let me go to some drawing and show you there. So let me remove this. You see here, this will be the image slider. Okay, this particular first div, and inside that you will have one more div like this way. Okay, which will go out of it. Okay, out of this it will going to go. And suppose there are only two images. Okay, let's suppose only two images we have, and we have to make a slider out of it. So you can see one image, we can see inside this particular image slider, which is this one, and one will be the outside. What we have to do is, using animation we have to move it to the left side, so that we can see the second image but not the first image. So it will look like this, and it will go this way, and that way we can see the second image, and this first image will be hidden, and it will be give you the sliding effect. Okay, so this is what we have to create using four images right now. Okay, so whatever the second div, this is the second div, right? So this width, right, for the second div width will be equal to the whatever images you have. Suppose you have 5 images, so it will be 500 pixel, not 500 pixel, 500%. And if I have 4, then 400% it will be there. So let's do it, we'll understand in that way. So you see, first what I'll do is, I'll have this one image slider, and I'll say width as 100% because it will not going to change. Okay, as I said, the first one, this is the what we will have, and the image like the slider width will not going to change it here. Okay, but for the image container, we need to have width as 400%, as we have 4 images. Okay, if you have 10 images, you have to make it 1000%. Okay, because each image we want as 100%, that's why we are multiplying with that. Okay, so we got width as 400 pixel, sorry, percent. Again and again I'm telling per pixel, but it's a percentage. But you see, we have all the images in column. So what we have to do now is we have to make it display flex, so we can see all the images in one row. Okay, you see all the images I have. I'm just scrolling. Okay, you see scrolling I am doing. So this is how it's coming here. Now what we have to do is, as we got it like a display flex, we have to set the image height and width. Okay, so what I'll do is image container, I'll target img. Okay, and I'll say width as 100% because we need 100% width for each image. We don't want extra image width. Okay, that's why I'm setting it like this. And then I'll say height as 90 vh for now. Let's see. Now you see it's looking like this way. Okay, but you see again, this image is not coming properly 100% because the 100% is here only. It's taking some extra image. So what I will do is I'll apply aspect ratio, okay, to 1 by 1. Okay, with respect to this width and height, it will going to have the 1 by 1 aspect ratio. And now you see, if I do it, now you see it's coming properly. Earlier it's not coming. If I do is this one, you see this is how this is coming. But again, if I do aspect ratio 1 by 1, with respect to whatever height and width you have already provided it, with respect to that, it will going to stretch. Okay, that's how the aspect ratio will work. I think you know already what is aspect ratio in your cameras only. You can see 9 by 16, 1 by 1 and all those kind of thing, right? So that is with respect to whatever width they have. Okay, but with respect to this, whatever width I am going to give, right, with respect to that, it will going to stretch. Okay, or combine, like it will going to stretch, I can say that. So now you see it's matching exactly the width of 100%, and we got it this way. And you see all the images are there. I'm just scrolling towards the right side, but again, it should not be like breaking the UI. It's something like breaking the UI, we have to say, because it's scrolling to the right and we can't see the header. Okay, that case, what we can do over here is, for the image slider, right, the main div, I'll say overflow x. Okay, because this is the x direction, I'll say hidden. Okay, so it should not be there, it should not be a scroll. Okay, now you see in the bottom we don't have any scroll. If I do this, comment this, I can see a this one, like bottom one, what do we say, scroll bar in the bottom. Okay, but overflow x, it should not going to be give you anything outside of it. It will be there, but it just like it, you can't see it directly. Okay, that's how it means. Okay, now as we already got this thing, now we have to work on the animations, because we need to animate it. We have to move the first image to the towards the right side, so the second image should come onto the screen and we can see that. Same thing with the all the processes, we have to do that. Okay, so let me create a keyframe. Okay, I hope you know the keyframe. We are doing uh so I'll say slider, we are doing animation. Okay, so at the first, okay, at the first, which will be like 0%, the keyframe margin left will be 0 pixel. Okay, 0 pixel, because we have to see this particular image. For that we have to make it 0 only. Whenever margin is 0, margin left is 0, we can see this. Okay, and then as we have 4 images, right? So we can say 25%, and I'll say margin left. Okay, minus 100%, because we want to see the second image. When the second image will going to come, when the first image will go completely towards the left side, which is for like, which is means like this is the 100% width for the first image. We have to make it minus 100, so that it will go to the left side. Okay, so same thing with the other things, like let's say 50 pixel 50%. Here in the 50%, we have to show the third image. Okay, third image, if you want to show it, there are two images before that, so means 200 pixel. We have to do 200 pixel on the left side. Okay, so if I say margin left minus 200%, okay, and 75% we have to do margin left Again, fourth image, before that there are three images, we have to do minus 300. Okay, so minus 300%, and lastly we'll have 100%. Whenever it reaches to 100%, we have to show the first image. Okay, so we have to do margin left as 0. Okay, so this is how it will be. Now if I apply, like add this animation to the image container, you will going to see how this is working. Okay, let's say for now 5 seconds I'll say, and infinite I'll say. Okay, because this I have to provide it the delay and how many times you want it to be run. Okay, so I'll say infinitely it should be running. Now you see our image slider is working fine. Okay, now you see it's coming to the again to the 0, again it's going out. So slider we are getting it. Okay, so let me do it like 10 seconds for now. Slider we are going, we are done. But you see it's like stopping for a very limited time. Okay, either you can do one thing here. Whenever it reaches to 20 pixel, right? Sorry, 20% keyframe, it should be margin left 0 only. Okay, whenever it's go out of the 20%, then it should be having margin left as minus 100 pixel. Okay, or else what will happen is 0 to 25 there will be a linear line. Okay, because it will be something like this. I will just show you. Let me remove this entire thing. This is not removed. Yes, so I'll just make a graph, okay, to explain you better, like this way. And now you see here it will be 0 and here it will be 20. Okay, so this is the 20 point and this is a 0. Okay, 0 and here it is 20. So here you see this particular line, it's going here, right? This particular line, so it is going exponentially. Okay, but what we want is we want something different. Okay, let me do that graph as well. So we want it to be 0 till 20. Okay, uh, let's have something like pen here. So here it's 20. Okay, and here it's 0 and here it will be 25. Okay, so I'm calculating a percentage. Okay, so what I want is it, instead of it should going to exponentially like this, I want it to be stay on 0 only till 20 and then it should go to 25. This is how I want. So what will happen is this particular time, you see this particular time, okay, 0 to 20, it will still stay there only. It will be like there only. Whenever it's coming to 20 to 25, there it should move to the other image. Okay, so this is this particular time, right? 20 to 25, we need to make it move. Okay, but in this time we want it to be stay. Okay, we want it to be stay. So that's how we have to do. This is a very simple example. Okay, instead of going linearly, we want it to be stay for 0 to 20%. After 20 to 25, it should go to the other image. That's how we want. Okay, so that's why I'm doing this. So 20% I want it to be 0 and then it should go to 25. Okay, then it will also same thing. I want it to be stay till 45 and after 45 I want it to be go to something like 200. Okay, 200%. And same with the 200%, which is 50. Here I'll do 70 and margin left I'll do minus 200% only, because this two should be same. Okay, 0 and 20 will be same, 25 45 will be same, 50 70 will be same, and 70 and 95 will be same. Okay, so margin left will be minus 300%. Okay, now if I save and if I go back here, now you see it's staying for a second. Now it's went. Now it's stay and went. Now it's stay and went. Now you see. So this is how you have to think in a graphic like graph way. Okay. So I have written like this is the graph, right? It's going exponentially, but I want it to be stay and then it should go. So something like this you have to think and you have to do it. Okay. So yeah, so this is the slider which we have done. So now what we have to focus on now is to the product cards, towards the product card. We have to make it product card, and once we make the all the product card, we have to set it on top of this particular slider, because you see it's typically when you create it, it will come after slider. Okay, but we have to do something like that, so it should move on top of the image slider. Okay, so that we are going to do next. Yes. So let's understand the first HTML structure for the product card. Okay. So you can see this is the product card which we have. Let's try to draw it first here. So we'll have one div first, which is look like this, and then inside that we should be having two divs. Okay, first thing for the image and second for the details. Okay, so let's do that here. So this will be the first div, which is for image, and we'll have one more div for the details. Okay, and inside the image we know that we need image in the center, so it will look like this then. And then we have all the things like this, like the brand, the name, and the what do we say, rating and the pricings. Okay, so this is how we have. So we can take it like for all one each div, we can take it similar way like this. Okay, and it should definitely going to work. Okay, because it's like directly centered, aligned, so it should be work. Okay, but you see, one div, inside that we have two divs. One is image container, which will contain an image, but in the other div will be the details, which will contain four different divs. Okay, which will contain four different details, we can see. So this is the HTML structure, simple, right? So let's try to do in HTML here. So I have already added it, so let's review that. So here we'll have a container, because container is something different. Okay, this is just a product card, but you see all of the cards should be have inside a some container, right? That's why we have a container class. Inside that we'll have a product card. Okay, this is the main class. Okay, and if I open it, you can see we have two divs. As I showed in this, we have two divs. One is this and second is this, which is image container and details. Okay, so let's go like this, and in the first one it should be like one image it should contain, which is pr1. Okay, so you know this is the image, and then the second one it should be having four divs. Okay, so you see, uh, 1 2 3 4. First is a brand name, which will have just a b tag, and then product name, which should contain a paragraph tag all the way like this. And then we have product rating, it should have all the icons plus the span tag. You see, all the icons we have, and plus a span tag. Okay, so which will contain the rating of it. And the last one will have a product price, which something look like this. Why, I'll going to explain you. Because you see, b tag, we want the actual price to be bold, but this 649 should be bigger than what this price tag. Okay, and how I got this price tag is, you just do windows and the angular brackets. Okay, angular brackets, which is this one. Okay, so windows and press that key, so you'll see this particular emoji section will open. You see symbols, and in that you see over here. Okay, here in the bottom you see, if I click it, you can see this is how you will get it. Okay, so you can get that way, that symbol, but this is how it will be. B tag will have, then span tag, which will say mrp, but actual mrp you have to delete it. Okay, the line crossing to that text. Okay, the number, that delete one. Okay, you can do with del tag, which is the delete tag, and then lastly we'll have 72% off. Okay, so this is the product card. This is the one which we have to design it. If I go here, you can see in the bottom it will look like this. Okay, so let's design one card first. Let's design one card first. Once it is done, we'll add all the cards. Then what we can do is we can make it something like this, and we have to set it on top of the image slider. That we're going to do. Okay, so yeah, let's start the CSS now. Yes. So as you can see here, product card. Okay. So let's me copy this, and let's have few CSS on this. And you see, I have comment on few colors which we want to use it here. So for the product card, which is the actual container of a product card. Okay. For that, I will need width as 300 pixel. Okay, so 300 pixel, and I want some box shadow. Okay, so 0 0 22 pixel, and then 0, and RVGA, then 0.1. Okay, so this is the background I want. Here you see in the bottom it's there. Okay, the image size is big, that's why this shadow we are not able to see, but if you zoom in we can see that. Okay, so this is only the product card CSS I will going to apply. Then we can move on to the other one, which is the image div. Okay, so this, which is this one, just copy the class name, and let's target it to that, and I'll say background color here to this color, f7 f7 f7. If you want, you can directly take a screenshot and use the tool to get that. Okay, and width as I'll say 100%, so it will be properly to that, and I'll say target the this thing product container class again, and I'll target to image tag from this, and I'll say width as something like 80% for now. Let's see. So it will look like this, but we need some padding as well in the container. Let's say padding 10 pixel, but from right and left I don't want anything, so it will look similar to this one. And again, you see here this image is having white color in the background. Okay, so here again the property will going to come, which is mix blend mode. Okay, so here how, let's see how we can apply and what we can apply as well. Okay, mix blend mode, if I say difference, okay, let's see what will going to return us. So it's returning this one. Okay, so you see, as I told you guys, there are few methods will be there. Okay, so we have to try to apply it and see which will going to match. Color burn is not matching. Let's see multiply, and you see now we are not getting it. Okay, I'll just zoom it out here, and if I just comment on this one, you see here it's giving this, see, background image like the white color it's giving here, but if I do multiply, it's not giving, it's no longer giving the white color in the background. Okay, so it's up to you because you have to try few other things in the mix blend mode, and you need to get it. Okay, it's not like every time you will take multiply and it should work. Okay, because you have to try few other things. Okay, then it will going to work. And now you see the background white color is removed with the image, and we got the image here. Okay, and now let's go to the detail section, so which is this one. So for this, what I'll do is I'll have a padding 10 pixel 0, or let's say 10 pixel only, so we can get it something like this. And now we can have a text align center. Okay, because everything we want it to be center. So you see, now we got everything into center, and now what we have to do is we have to set the other things. Okay, so let's see, first one we'll have to target this product brand name, and I'll say font size to be like 18 pixel. Let's see, let's have 20 pixel. Okay, for the safer side. Yep, and I'll say padding 10 pixel 0. Okay, because I want it to be like top and bottom, I want some padding, that's why I have applied that. Then for the name as well, I just need padding because the text size, I think it's properly there, so I'll not going to apply the other things to this, so it will be directly this one. And then we have the ratings one. Okay, so ratings one, what we can do is, it's if you see it's already in flex mode. Okay, so you don't need to do anything flex and all, you just need to change the color of eye. Okay, not the don't directly apply to the rating because it will change for the number as well, but if you want to add to the number that color, you can do that. Okay, the color we have is this one. Okay, and again, if you are not finding the color, it's very useful. Okay, the tool which I told you guys, that's a very useful one, so you can use that. Okay, so let's have this one, and you see we got the color here. Let me target the span tag and make it bold as well. Okay, so font family, I'll say bold. Okay, no, sorry, font weight we have to use bold, and now you see it's got bold here, 4.5 in the bottom. And then we have this thing which is the product price. Okay, so I'll just copy the class name, and let's say padding 10 pixel and left right 0, so we can get it something like this. Now let's see the demo, how we have in the demo. You see, we have this text very bigger. Okay, but not this particular thing, this symbol is not big. Okay, only the text, only the price is very big. Okay, so what we can do is, that's why I have created one b tag to make it bold, the whole price. But in order to make the price big, I have added span tag here. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll target something like this. Okay, so price, product price, which is the class name, inside that b tag, because b first, and then span tag. Okay, and here I'll say font size 28 pixel. Okay, now you see we are getting something like this. Okay, but again this particular thing is not coming up. Okay, so what we can do is we can have till B we can copy and we can apply flex. Okay, display flex, that's it. And you see it's going there because we have, as we have applied flex, it's no longer an inline item, that's why it's happening that way. So what we can do is, for the price, right, we can have display flex here, so it should take everything like this. You see earlier it's not there, earlier the MRP is in the bottom, so that's why I'm applying flex. And I'll say align item as center. You see it's not center, but text also we have to make it center, so I'll say justify content center. Okay, so it makes it to be center align. Okay, now you see center align is done. Now I need some gap. Okay, let's say it on 10 pixel for now, and yeah, we are good. Now you see we have text properly, we have this upwards, and MRP already we got it. Okay, but MRP we need to have some different colors. So what I'll do is price product, I'll have it here, and I'll target the span tag, okay, which is the second span tag. You see, this is the one. And if I do color here, for now let's do red. Okay, red, and you see now it's applied. But you see, I am targeting the span tag, okay, which is inside the div, okay, which is this one. You see, this is the div, this is the span tag. I am not targeting the B tag and the span tag. But if we do this way, it will going to go inside the child ones as well, because B is the parent one. Inside the B we have the span. Okay, that's how it will going to apply. So how do we prevent this to be happen? So what you can do is, you can use Angular here, Angular Bucket, and what it will going to do is, this Angular one, it will make sure it is applying only to the instant elements. Okay, not to do the indirect elements which is inside the some other tags. Okay, so whatever tags are there inside this div instantly, that it will going to apply this color. Okay, not to the child ones, which is the span one. Okay, so if I save it now, you see it's applied to only these things. Okay, if I not do this Angular one, it will going to apply to the this 649 as well. Okay, so that we don't want. So Angular brackets, so this selector we have to use, this is a selector. Okay, that we have to use. And now we want the color to be this one. Okay, so now we don't need this comments here, I'll just remove it, and color will be this one. Yes, and font size we can have it like 14 pixel, I guess. Yeah, so yep, so this is how we have done our product card. Okay, so this is it, this is the product card. Okay, nothing else is there, just that here we have to make it curves. Okay, so images one, so I can go it here in the images, I'll say not this one, border radius 5 pixel and 5 pixel 0 0. Okay, let's save it, and it should curve it. We can't really see that, I think it should be applied inside the image. But yeah, we can't try directly see it now, but we'll see it after some time. Okay, but this is the product card which we did. Okay, now what we need to do, we have to add all the product cards inside this. Okay, so as we have already container, okay, if I show you, this is the product container, we have a product card inside it. All the cards I'll going to add it now, and will apply the CSS on the product container. Okay, yes, so now you can see I have added all the product cards which are with the details and all everything. Okay, so yep, and one more thing, I just noticed it should be in center, so that we haven't done it. So we can do here display flex for the image container, justify content center, align item as center, so it will be in center. Okay, earlier it's not in center, but now it is. Okay, so yes, so all the product cards we got it. Now we have to apply it on flex, the product container. Okay, so I'll go up, and here as it is starting, so I'll just generally maintain this kind of scenarios. Okay, first class and then the other classes. So yeah, so this is how it is. Now let's take width as 100% because we need the full width of it. And then we know that display flex we have to do, so it will come in a row. Okay, but we don't want to be messed up like this. Okay, as it is, why the width is going, why the UI is messed up here, because uh, the width 100% we are taking, it's not having the exact width how we have taken to the cards. Okay, what we have to do, if we use display flex in this position at this moment of time, is we have to do wrap the things. Okay, wrap all of them. So we can use flex wrap property to wrap it not wrap reverse but wrap. Okay, now you see all are coming this way, but we need some gap in between this, so we can take gap as 40 pixel, and you see this is how it's looking like, but it's not populated properly. Populated means it we should be having justify content space evenly. Okay, it should have even space, okay, in between all of them. Now you see we got the even space all of them, and we got all the products this way. Okay, so you can see same thing how we have in the demo, we got it here. Okay, similarly, but last thing we have is to have this entire product cards on top of the image slider one. Okay, that how we can do, let's see. Okay, so it's simple, we have to do margin top minus 400 pixel. Okay, let's save it. Now you see it's coming up here. Okay, and few of the problems are coming with the images, because image size are not fixed. Okay, that's the reason. You can maybe like do aspect ratio and all, and you can set the images properly. Okay, so we'll try it once, and if it's not working, we are not doing it. Now you see sometimes it will look like this. Okay, that's why I don't use much aspect ratio, but yeah. So now you see this is how you have to do only margin for the main div. Okay, this is the main one, margin top minus 400 pixel, and it's coming on top of the image slider. Okay, if I don't do it, it will start from the bottom. Okay, so that's how it will be. So let's do it again, and it will be here. Okay, so yes, this is how you can make the product cards and do a proper UI to that, and set on top of the image slider as per the Amazon clone or Amazon website. Okay, yes. So now we have the last thing, which is footer. Okay, so let's understand the design for this. So let me remove this, and yeah, so this is the footer we're going to have, and inside that we have to take two divs. Okay, so first div will going to have as the back to top button, and the second div will contain the actual footer things. Okay, so in this what we need to have is we need to have four divs. Okay, you can see four list items we have, this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay, so four list items we want, so four boxes I can assume there it should be added. Okay, so 1 2 3 and 4. So yes, this is the only thing. Okay, so we have one big box, inside the two boxes are there. Inside the first box will there will be like back to top button, but in this one what do we say, in the second one we'll have four things, will contain each list items. Okay, so that's how it will be, this thing. So let's see the HTML structure. I have already added that. So you see, this is the first div will have footer container. Inside that we have a anchor tag. Okay, because anchor tag we are using for the making it to go to the top side. Okay, and we have the paragraph inside the anchor tag, container or the anchor tag. Okay, and then we have a div. Okay, the second div footer content we have. Inside that we should be seeing four different divs, but the class names are similar, because we'll have the similar things inside that. Okay, unordered list and the list items. The only thing is for heading I have used span tags inside the UL. Okay, and whatever you open it will be the same for all of them. Okay, so yeah, so this is the HTML structure for the footer. Now let's go ahead and design this, okay, using CSS. Yes. Now you see on HTML, this is how it's looking right now. So let's start doing the CSS for this. So we'll have this thing here. So I'll just copy the footer container class name first, and I'll apply the background color for that. And background color will be this one. Okay. And let's apply that, and let's go back. And now you see this is how the whole thing is looking like right now. As per this, you can see the color is like this only. And let's apply the color here. Okay, color will be this one, hash c7 will be the color. And yes, this is how the color we have here and here as well, but mostly it will be white, but we'll do for the back to tab it should be white, and the span tags whatever we have for the white color. Okay, but let's have the back to top first, as it is an anchor tag, right? Anchor tag is nothing but an inline element, so we need to make it block element. So I'll say display block, and width will be 100%, And background color, I'll take it as this particular color right here. And yes, let's go back and let's see. Now you see the background color is little different now. Let's apply some padding here. 10 pixel, uh, 10 pixel only. Let's see, 10 pixel. Yes. So I think the padding is little different here. So let's say 20 pixel. Yes, now I think it's fine. Now inside the anchor tag, we know the paragraph is there. So I'll target the back to top to paragraph and say text align center. Okay. It should come to the center, but the color should be white for this. Okay. So I'll say hash FFF. It will take white color, and font size, I'll say 16 pixel, or let's say 18 pixels for now. Yep, that's good. That's looking good. And the cursor we need, okay, for the back to tab, the whole thing we need the cursor pointer. So it should be like this. And once I click on this, it should give us some other color, which is active one, not the paragraph, the whole thing. Okay, so that's why I'm applying on the div. Active I am applying, and which is this color. So background, I'll say to this one. Let's do it now. If I click it, now you see the color is changed. Okay, so this is what the color I wanted for the anchor tag. So now the back top button is done. We have to do the CSS for the other remaining things. Okay, so what I'll do is content, footer content we have. Let's copy this, and for this what I'll do is width, I'll say 80% only, and margin, I'll say 20 pixel auto. Okay, so it should come into the center and it should give the space from left to right. Okay, and now you see all the things are revealed here, like the dots and all. We have to deal with that later, but yeah. So content like this, but now you see, as we have 4 divs inside that, we have to make it display flex, so it should come in a row this way. And now if I do justify content space evenly, now it will be look like this. Okay, now let me take some padding here. So 10 pixel and 20 pixel. Now it should be like this. Okay, so yeah, so this is how it will be the footer, but now we have to target the footer content detail, okay, in order to apply the other CSS for this. Okay, so I'll just target this, and I'll target UL. Okay, and I'll say list style none. Okay, that's the first thing. You see the dots are gone. Now what I can do is here, with this one UL, I can target the span tag and also the list item. Let's do for now span tag. Let's do. Okay, so because we need to change the font size as well, so font size will be 14 pixel and color will be white. Okay, for this, and now you see it's looking like this. And what we can do is display block we can do, so that it will have some space here. And margin bottom I'll do 10 pixel. Okay, now you see this is how we are getting. We can increase the size that we can do. Yes, let me do like something like 16 pixel only, or like say 18 pixel. Yep, this is looking good. Now we have to do the other things, or what we can do is, instead of doing this, we can apply display flex as well in order to get some spacing. Okay, but I am not doing that directly. I'm taking margin and all. Okay, here let's say list item, and let's have margin bottom as 10 pixel. Okay, now you see we got some spaces here. Okay, and if you want to get some space from the left side, some free space, you can get it, but I think this is it for the footer. Okay, so you can see this here also will we have, but the font is different, so we can make that as well. I can do font size to 14 pixel and it should look like that. Yes, now you see the last thing remaining is, if I click here back to top, it should go automatically up. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. Okay, so we have, as we are using anchor tag, we need to use anchor tag only in order to go up. Okay, so first thing what you have to do is, you have to go up in the HTML structure, and here in the up side. Okay, I'll create one more anchor tag, but I'll not going to say href. Okay, I'll say name, and I'll say top. Okay, so this will be not visible in UI. Okay, but it will be there. But what we have to do is, once you click to that anchor tag, it should automatically comes up. Okay, something like that we have to do. And here as you can see here also we don't have any href or name, but here we have to use href, say that hash top, okay, hash and the name, whatever name you have provided here, okay, that's it. And now if I save it, now let's go back and I'll go into bottom, and you see line is coming now, the bottom line, that let's remove it, that as well. So let's see what is the class name for this, back to top, I guess, yes, here. Text decoration I don't need, that's why I'm saying none here. So the line is gone. Now if I click here, it should go up, okay. Now you see it is working fine, okay. So yes, this is about the Amazon clone, and this is how the Amazon clone we have designed with the HTML and CSS only, okay. Yes, so this is about the Amazon clone. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please consider subscribing and give it a like. I'll be back with more content in the next video. Thank you.